So hello everyone, welcome back to another video and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to solve another problem in LeetCode, and we are going to solve it using pandas. We will also use a module from Python called datetime, and we are going to add some dates, so you will see that function also, how to use that thing, and how you can add. So let us jump into our problem. What is our problem? So it is saying we have to find the player ID, okay, who logged in next to the date which he first logged in. Right? Suppose you can see this ID 1 here. He first logged in into the game on 301. Then next he logged in again on 302. So you have to find IDs like this. How many IDs are there divided by total count of IDs in the original data frame, and what is the fraction of people who logged in to the game next day they first logged into the game. I hope you understood the problem. So it was a bit easy to think, like what we are gonna do. Like, let us jump into the coding, and I'll, as always, I will explain. I'll just copy paste the code, and you will explain. Okay, so first we are making one data frame, calling data. In practical you have to give meaningful names, so that if you will see this code after a long time also, you need to understand what is this name, what it is doing. Like, you should be able to figure out something from this name. So for now I am just naming it as data, and we are doing group by the original data frame. We are grouping the original data frame by player ID. We are grouping the event date, and we are finding the minimum of date for each player ID. Why we are finding it? Because we need to find the first logged in date for each player. We are just resetting the index because this much will return one series, and we need a data frame, so we just resetting the index. And so let us see what it is returning if we do return data. Then we can see for each player ID it is giving us one date, which is just the first login date. Okay, so we found the login date, first login date. What we're going to do next? So if you guys already figured out like how to solve this problem, so what we need is we need the next day of each player's first logged in day. Right? If the player logged in on 1, then we need 2. Okay, so we are just getting another column in this data frame as next day. Okay, so we are just doing event date dot apply. You know lambda function, lambda x, it is just an inline, like it is used to generate inline functions where you cannot use def and other things. Okay, so we are just applying x. What we are doing, we already imported this datetime module, and x means it is taking this value. This is already a date. So what we are doing, date time dot time delta. Time delta means you can add parts of days, so that to which date you are adding, it will be available according to that. So you will understand after this. Date time dot time delta, I am saying days equal to 1. That means I am adding one day to this date. Plus means I am adding this date. Okay, so if we will return data, what it will give us? You can see it is giving us the next day 01, 02, 06, 25, 26. So why we are doing this? Like, what we can get from this? Because we need to find players who logged in after their first day. Means I need to find the player if this player had logged in on this date also. So how we'll find that? we'll find by joining inner join. I am sure you know what an inner join is. Like it will find us the rows which are matching in both the tables, correct? So what we are doing, we are generating another data frame. We are merging those both two data frame including data and activity. What we are doing, we are specifying left on. We are mentioning we have to join on two columns, player ID and next day. You can see player ID and next day. Okay, we are not joining by this column. We are joining by this column because if this player ID had logged in this day also, which is the next day of his first logged in day, then it must be here in this data frame, correct? So if you are joining inner join, then this will return its player ID. Okay, right on also we are mentioning this event date and player ID because we do not have any other date there. We just return the data frame, new data frame. Okay, let us see what it is returning. See what it is returning. It returned us the one player ID, event date 2016-301. You can see in this example 2016-301. It also logged in on 2016-302, correct? So it just returned 1. There is 2 also, but 2 did not log in back again. 3 logged in back, but it is not the next day to its first logged in date. That is why we did not get 3 also. Okay, so we already found out result. Now what we need the fraction. How many players present here to the total number of players originally present in the data frame. How we'll find that? We have one solution. Okay, this is a bit lengthy code. So we are returning a data frame. Data is new, which is this data frame, player ID. We are taking the player ID. We are dropping the duplicates because if duplicates are there, we need distinct count of IDs, right? We do not need duplicate counts of IDs. So we are dropping the duplicates. Then we are taking the count. What is count? This will return 1 only. 1 divided by, we are taking the original data frame, same player ID. We are dropping the duplicates. Then we are taking the count. How many players are there originally? Then we are just dividing it. It will get the fraction. If we will do double divide, then it will give the integer division. Okay, so we are just making a data frame out of it and we are rounding it up to 2. We are giving column names as fraction because it is asking us to give the name as fraction. We are index mentioning 1. Of course we are getting 1 value, that means we will just mention 1. Okay, which is compulsory. If you are making a new data frame using pd.data frame, then you have to specify index. Okay, then what we are doing, we will just delete this one because it will not require this one because we are already returning this value. Okay, you can see it is accepted as we get the desired result 0.33, means 33% of the players logged in next day to the day they first logged into the game. Okay, we'll just submit. So you can see it is accepted and we are for the first time at some, like we are already ahead of so many people. Okay, for the first time, otherwise we usually stay here. Okay, so yeah, I think you guys learned something about pandas date time also, how to use functions, how to make data frame, how to think the logic, and I hope you guys learned it, and we'll meet in the next video. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel. You will learn so much. If you have better solution, please mention in comments. I will learn too. So we all people will help each other so that we better know the technology and we better know how to use these tools. Okay, so I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe my channel and also like the video.